healing crystals, skincare routines, knitting a sweater, fitting in jeans. With Katie and Sarah, no need to worry, you're on a lady journey.
Hello and welcome
to Lady Journey.
Welcome. Okay.
Yay.
I'm here with my co-host. She's fabulous. She's converting her maternity overalls to regular overalls.
Right, they are regular. Even though I think there's one telltale sign that the seam right here dips a little low.
It helps keep the baby in.
Yeah.
Sarah Telemash, ladies
Thank
and gentlemen.
you. And my holiday planner co-host, Katie Hannigan.
Thank you so much.
Is here in the house, and we have a lovely guest.
We have a beautiful, lovely guest.
Yay.
She's a quote unquote hot girl.
Oh, yes, really? A hot girl of comedy.
A hot girl of comedy
Really?
and of life.
Oh,
She's fun.
Shut
She's
up.
goofy. We worked together in Montreal.
Oh, we did.
You were staying with your gay uncle.
I was.
Which I love. I love a gunkle.
Dude, and I still have that money from they paid because
that's right.
Said
Yeah.
it was going to be USD. They put it in
my
an
God.
envelope, and I'm like, I trust them. It's fucking Canadians. Sorry, can I swear?
You can say
Yeah.
Canadians. You can
Yeah,
say that's one slur we do allow.
That's a C word you can't say on here.
And then I get back, it's all you know, Queen money.
Yuck, yuck.
And so
Oh boy.
I taped it on my wall, and now it's Decor.
Right.
Oh.
I've been paid in foreign money before, being like, I will convert this, and I always forget. And then you're like, when I get back to that country, again.
Yes, you're like, in 5 years when I go, I will have $70.
Hopefully the market will not.
Yeah, Canada's not even a country by then. Elle Orlando. Elle Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
Give it
didn't
up for her.
introduce.
We didn't give your
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give it up for her.
Yay.
Elle, you're fun. You're lovely.
Oh, thank you.
You always crack me up when I
Wait.
see you because you have a fun energy, and that's
Oh, I love you
worth
guys.
$1 million
I love both of
in
you.
stand up.
How many videos a week do you do?
Videos of what?
Content.
You're doing some content.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
doing
am I doing-
content.
Do you have secret videos?
No. I was like,
Are you on OnlyFans? That's what we want to know.
I guess I technically am because I did the OnlyFans
Oh, I'm doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
How was it? Did you enjoy the process?
No. Okay. I didn't. Just because I felt like I got signed up to be like harassed online, like sexually harassed online.
okay.
And I was like, I just want to post my videos. And they're
Right.
like, do you show your, hoo-ha? Or, they're like, do you have any more videos of like your boobs and stuff? And
You're like, just my stand up.
You're like
Yeah.
doing that one.
yeah.
Arm.
Yeah.
How about this?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love that. That's the best optical illusion. I like the
Yeah,
leg
that's-
one where you're
yeah,
like, oh
that's
my
my-
God. And then you,
I should have done that. But no, but content, I'm actually really bad at it compared to like all these young bucks out here. I feel like there's a new wave of young girls, not that young. They're like 26.
Right.
Which is kind of young. Or
It's young for
something.
me.
It's young for me.
Yeah.
It's young for everybody.
I
To
wouldn't.
be
I wouldn't
honest.
date them.
No,
No,
and
no.
I wouldn't be caught dead with them.
Right.
No, but they're killing it online, and I think I try to post like 3 clips a week, I would say, but honestly, what happened was I felt like I was peaking, and then I got all these followers, and then I got scared, and then I stopped posting for 6 months because I was like,
I took a break.
too
Yeah.
many people
Wow.
know like where I am
Right.
in New York, and I got
'Cause you can easily just dox yourself. I do
Yeah.
it all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And no takers yet.
Well,
No,
yeah. You have to be safe out there, which I'm learning because I have a new addiction to Facebook Marketplace. It was a hobby, if you remember from a couple of episodes ago, and now it's gone full blown. I look at it multiple times a day, and I'm going to people's homes. I'm going into the homes of strangers, and my fiance is begging me to not do it, but I want like Crusade.
Yeah. No, I love that. I do that too. Facebook Marketplace is like the best place for decor. Cheap stuff too. It's like
Right.
great.
Oh my God.
I got like a Danish like bed bench thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's beautiful.
ooh. What do you keep
Yes.
in there? Blankies?
Not even you can't even keep anything. It's just a blue
At the end of your
It's
bed.
just for a little seat.
a little
A little seat before you lay down. You're like, let me ease into this.
a little seat, and it's like if you do sit on it too heavily, like with all your weight, it will
Right.
break. So it's
no drama on
course,
it. No
it's
drama.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's decorative.
Yeah.
The Danish are a slight
I
people.
find
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace though, once I'm in a mood to go look for it, but then like I cannot keep up with all the messaging.
I know.
Because I've posted on there being like, I want to sell something, and then I get immediately 10 million DMs. And they're all names of like foreign names, so I'm just like hard to remember all of them. It's kind of remember reading
like
Girl with
Guntar.
Lungdivist.
Yeah. All these
I remember because I remember reading Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, and I'm like, I can't keep up with these characters. It sounds like there's
very
20 of them in here.
and it's too many consonants. Yeah, it's like okay, Schnugenfrugen.
Dude, even the movie, I was like, can we pause this? Can we stop?
Pause it on the rape scene. That's what I.
But it's so complicated.
It is complicated,
And then to coordinate a meetup, and then sometimes you forget you're on the road. So they're like, "Can I come today?" And you're like, "Can you come in a week?" By the time that you've lost the energy to come and get it,
I'm on the flip side of that because I'm getting over caffeinated in my home. And I'm getting on there and I'm like just messaging random people about like, I get, I'm out of my mind on caffeine, which is that's my new fun thing that I'm doing.
Okay.
And then I'm just like, I need a Polaroid. Like I need a Polaroid.
Yeah.
And I'm just sending messages to people I don't know. And then they get back to me and I'm just, cause I don't have that much to do right now. I'm just getting up and walking 3 miles into Manhattan and like picking up a dessert set,
meeting on the corner,
and maybe saving like $15 of if I would have just ordered it. And it was like, but that was 5 hours that I spent on that.
that you could have gotten brand new from Target for almost
So-
the same amount of money. I can't tell what it's worth.
Honestly,
No.
I just go for the vintage stuff. Like I like a vintage that's kind of like my whole vibe.
Oh, you have an aesthetic.
I have an aesthetic. Like it's very mid-century, also like 70s like vibe.
Ooh, kind of
my heart.
funky.
It's funky and it's very specific. So I feel like a Facebook Marketplace, I find the things that like fits the aesthetic pretty well.
Yes.
For cheap, because that stuff, I mean, you go to a vintage store, they're pricing that shit up.
Oh,
like
they're gouging.
Yeah, it's like
They're
it's
gouging.
brand new prices. I'm like, what? No, I'll just get a new dresser.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
People do gouge on Facebook Marketplace too, though, which is wild. You're like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
you think you're gonna get full price for your
that's
bridal
crazy.
heels?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm only shopping for my wedding, and then that's how that was the gateway for me.
Oh,
was
yeah.
wedding stuff. I'm like, I'm getting wedding deals, and now I'm like, I have a completely new. I'm just hoarding junk in the corner. My fiance is like concerned, but he can't say anything because he knows I'll flip out.
Well, that's like Lex got me involved in the buy nothing giveaway in your neighborhood. Have you ever been part of that in Facebook?
No.
I'm trying to get into mine, but they won't accept me. I'm like, what do I have to do to prove that I live in this neighborhood?
Because when I was moving, you're like, it's not even worth to finagle a deal on some of this stuff for $10. So I might as well just get rid of it.
Yeah.
So you just post it online. Someone's like, I'll come pick it up. Just leave it outside. So it's less of a customer service ordeal
And that's
on giving it away.
And
Yeah,
that's on
you're like-
Facebook?
Yes.
it's on
Oh.
the street.
Yes.
You figure it out.
No eye
Oh.
contact.
Yeah.
Where like Facebook Marketplace, sometimes
Yeah.
you give your stuff or you sell it and then you get another DM being like, hey, some of the levels on this
Oh my
don't
God.
work.
Oh,
And you're
yeah.
like, no, transaction's done.
No,
like
yeah.
I am not
Yeah.
Best
I will
Buy.
delete my identity.
I will VCR for $5.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I know. And it's like, it serves people that have too much time on their hands, but then like need to feel valued. And it's like, that's what it is. It's like the same person that's like going to TJ Maxx, returning stuff and like wanting to have a life conversation. Like,
Horrible.
yes, I am returning these, but it's not because I hated them. It's just because my dog died. And I know I won't have a chance to. And you're like, okay,
I don't need all that.
Stop.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so Midwest. That's so Midwest. You mentioned your fun thing that you're doing right now.
I
The
love
horn.
that.
I love
It's okay,
the horn.
yeah.
But I have a new fun thing, and it's not good. It's a toxic thing, and I do it during the day.
Okay, I like
Okay,
this. I like this.
So I
like
take-
anything toxic.
Yes.
It's toxic. I take my Vyvanse, which I need. It's a real thing.
Wait, what's Vyvanse?
It's like Adderall, but it's long term.
Is that what we're all doing secretly? Is that the
I think I
Ozempic
need
for the
this.
head?
The mind Zempic. Yeah.
I mean, I've been on in my since like high school, and I've gone off of it because I'm like, maybe everyone's right, maybe ADD isn't real, but it's totally real. For me.
Yeah.
No,
I think it's real.
100%.
I just suspect that everybody, that was a lot of everyone that's creating a lot of stuff is on Adderall or speed.
Yeah.
Yes, you have the focus.
I have the focus, but so I do the Vyvanse, but then I smoke the weed and I'm flying, and it's just
flying to an area or just floating.
just floating. I'm just like
I'm traveling. I am traveling. Like,
I'm
whoa,
booking
I'm going to
flights.
LaGuardia.
No, I don't know.
okay,
It's like a
interesting.
wonderful high, and it's like it's bad because I'm like fucked up during the day, but it's in a productive way, and I'm
Okay.
getting things done. But it's like,
but then you wake up where you're like, where am I?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's like it wears off, and then I'm like, Jesus, I was just like high all day.
Yeah, I
That's not good.
Yeah, addiction is can be. Let's get serious for a second. Well, I feel like I was telling Mike this yesterday because I was like, it's just like my thing with Facebook Marketplace. It's like this is just replacing my addiction problem that I had with. It was like I was addicted to alcohol, then I was addicted to weed, then I was addicted to sugar, and now I'm like trying to cut sugar, and I'm like I'm just buying stuff.
Right.
What's the harm? It's like my home is like closing in around me, and so yeah, I get it. You're right. We're on the same. We're on the same.
So what are you getting done during your Vyvan?
Oh, well, I can.
What did you wake up
your
in the middle
high
of? What
Vance,
kind of
yeah.
craft
My
are
high-
you in the middle of?
So if it's just the Vyvanse, I'm kind of just a normal person, and
Right.
I'm just able to function normally throughout my day. I'm able to like get things done, tasks. I don't feel overwhelmed to like I'm able to leave my house.
Gotcha.
Usually. But then with the weed, man, I'm definitely online shopping. I'm building a life I
Yes.
don't have. I'm
Okay, what life?
Like-
where are we at with the life?
Like I'm shopping for clothes I don't wear. Like I'm
Okay.
shopping for a top that's this big and doesn't cover my nipples. Like, and
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
I
I'm
love
like,
this.
I never wear this stuff, and I'm just like, this is what I need now. You
Oh
know,
my God.
booty shorts.
Well, you might make a
Yes.
video for it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I could do that.
You need to stockpile your wardrobe.
Yeah. I buy clothes like I'm a stripper, to be honest, and then.
And
I
then you're
return-
like, I'm cold. I forgot that I had cold.
Yeah, I'm cold, and I
Yeah.
don't wear this at all.
No, remember I had an epiphany a while back of like, maybe this was just youth of I used to buy going out dresses. And
Yeah.
then as an adult, I'm just like, what's the point?
No,
I used to buy a dress for on reserve.
right?
Yes.
No more. Because it's like, I'm not going out. Or like, even if I was, maybe I would just rent it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
used
where are
to
you
do
going
that
out
too.
to? A wedding? Like,
Yeah, no.
Where are you
No.
going out to?
I just wear one dress.
If I go out to like a restaurant or something, I just wear pants and a sweater because I'm tired.
Yeah. But I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to, it's so
Are you
badly.
wanting to go on the stage with the shirt that just covers your nipples?
Absolutely not.
I
That's
want
the
that
thing. I'm
so
like, What am I
badly.
doing?
But it's like you have to be so courageous, and you also have to be okay with being uncomfortable for hours.
Yeah, no, I think anyone who can look hot on stage, like
I think
wear,
they're only doing one spot a night.
Yeah. Yes.
You're not
Yeah,
running
yeah.
around in your
Yeah.
nipple shirt.
no way. But if you can do that, I think it's very impressive. But then I get so insecure. I'm like, oh my God, people are staring at my body, and I just hate it. And so I
Right.
can't. But I think in theory, I think like, oh, in the summer I'm gonna go on dates, and then this is gonna be my hot outfit.
Right.
Oh,
right.
Yes. Okay.
I do that with traveling where you're like,
Yeah.
and
You're
I
like-
will wear this on Lake Cuomo.
Yeah. You're like, oh, a caftan, of course.
Yeah.
And then you have like a closet full of 14 ponchos. You're like, this was this dream.
Yeah.
This was my dream of being on a lake in Montana.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now this is our New Year's Eve episode, as
Oh,
we were
right.
telling you. So
Right.
Yeah.
what's
This is
your
our rocking New Year's Eve.
rockin' New Year's Eve in the same way that Dick Clark is geriatric? We are also rocking in that way. We
Yes.
are having a pudding. We are sitting down.
We're going to bed before the clock strikes
God.
midnight.
My New Year's show is at 7. I'm like,
Perfect.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's what I'm
Thank you,
talking
Lord.
about.
Now, are you a going out person on New Year's Eve? What do you usually do?
So I'm okay. So I would say historically, no. I hate New Year's Eve. I hate the hype. I hate anything that has hype around it. Like I
Right.
can't even see a movie until it's a year later when nobody's talking about it
Yes.
because I just cannot stand the attention.
It's triggering, yeah.
But then one year, my best friend said, "What if we took Molly and went dancing, just me and you, and it was the funnest night of my life. And I've done that twice since, but like I think unless it's like a small group, I don't want to do a big group thing.
Right.
I just want to do like
it's too feral.
Yeah.
To get a meeting time with 20 people.
And it's amateur hour too, where everyone feels like it's such like a product of the American individualism, which is like gone, like been like totally gotten decrepit, where it's like, tonight's my night.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
night.
Samantha,
It's
just relax. Okay.
Yeah. I also hate like any night that has a lot of pressure on it. Like it has to be fun and it has to
I've
be
never
a great
had
night.
it fun like that. The nights that were always the best were the ones where you're like, let's just go out for one drink.
Yeah.
Go out for one. Yeah. Like I had a great New Year's with Julia Johns one time where we went to, Jessica Watkins was working at a pizza place, and we just went and we sat at the bar and we like ordered drinks, and she was like giving us little pieces of pizza.
That sounds amazing.
It was great. She was giving us the scraps.
Little pizza scraps.
Yeah. Like, just give us the leftovers. It was great, and it was perfect, and we like got dressed up, and then we ended up going to like a comedy thing afterwards, and I was like, we should have never left. Why did we
Right,
leave
we
there?
just stayed at the pizza place.
Yeah.
It's freezing. Another great
that
New Year's
sounds
I had
great.
was me and Mike, our first New Year's together. We just stayed in, ordered pizza, another pizza New Year's, and we watched the ball drop on TV, which was awesome because it was pouring rain.
To feel warm while people are
you're
miserable
laughing.
is the best.
Like, it was just like the wind was like ripping people's umbrellas out of their hands, and we were like, cheers.
That is such, I didn't know that was something like I love so deeply about myself. Not like about myself, but something I love to witness myself is like when people are in sheer pain. And
Yeah, you're like,
right.
and you're
That should be a New Year's
comfy
Eve genre.
You're a sadist.
Yeah, sadist. Yeah.
Yeah, but I love low-key New Year. Ugh, it's the best.
The day.
The New Year's Eve low-key and the day as well. Like I had a girlfriend tell me her New Year's. She was like, my favorite thing to do on New Year's is like I spend it by myself year after year. She's like, I clean my entire apartment.
Oh, nice.
And then just like enjoy like the fresh start, the restart.
That's nice.
Nice.
You know,
Good
it's like what a
idea.
good, productive way to spend your time. I love like cleaning and just like listening to a podcast and just, you know,
in
doing
your own
deep
world.
cleaning
And then trying on all your outfits.
Oh.
Like getting sidetracked.
preparing for the year. Yeah.
Looking at old concert
never
tickets.
cleaning anything and just integrating the mess.
I've actually like never done anything on New Year's Day or never even thought of it as a day to do things.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Are you
Which
like
is interesting.
nothing like goal setting or anything like that?
No.
You just chill and like treat it like a regular day.
You know what? I use my birthday as my New Year's.
Okay.
New Year's is not New Year's. My birthday is the New Year.
Right, because
Yes.
New Year's is amateur hour for going out
And for goal setting.
And for goal setting.
and for goal setting. Oh, I don't even set goals anymore.
Yeah,
No.
what's a goal? Yeah, I never.
I've never accomplished one.
yeah. Well, I do like to do one thing on New Year's Eve, and I also do this on my birthday too. But my birthday's in July, so it's kind of like a good halfway point to do this twice a year. But on New Year's Eve or right around the time before, I go through like a list of like things that I've accomplished that year or like things that happened that I'm really grateful for. And that's good because it like sets me on a good path to be like, okay, I had a good year, like moving into the year.
Yeah. I agree. Like achievements.
Achievements. It's kind of like what people do like on Facebook, but I just keep it private 'cause it's just for me.
yeah,
When people are like,
yeah.
Those can be
2024 was an
infuriating.
amazing year. I accomplished this.
I
this,
sold
and
my
this.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Oh, I saw an infuriating post on TikTok. You know the trend of the Muppet look that's like this?
Yeah,
With
I
the
kind of love it.
like a prayer music underneath it. And it's the
Yes.
best trend going right now.
it's very fun. It's
so
really
funny.
fun.
So it's all like epic fails or really funny moments in their life, and it builds quite nicely. But one girl had one where she was like, I wrote a book and it immediately sold, and now I'm like published 5 books. I'm like, you need to leave.
Yeah.
You didn't do it right.
Humble
Okay, what the
bragging.
hell?
Yeah. An epic fail was one time I was amazing.
God, I
I
wrote a book
love
and it
it.
worked out.
So
Humble
annoying.
bragging.
I was
Humble
like,
bragging.
give me olive oil hair.
Yes.
Do you know that one?
Yeah. What's the olive oil hair one?
That one is the funniest one where she decided, to put olive oil in her hair and wrap it in saran wrap, but then It got everywhere. She fell in the basement. Passed out, came to, something had set the fire alarm off or something. Then she got it closed or something, and then it was like a whole night of this, and then she forgot that the alarm alerts the police. So her dad already woke up, so then the next day, like, the police were there asking, like, checking up everything was fine on the house. And then because the water main went down also that night, she ended up going to school with olive oil in her hair. But it was just like one night of like just fail after fail after fail.
Oh my God.
But with the music laid underneath.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
So funny.
So good.
But yeah, like when you read people's 2024 was their achievements for that year, you're just like, oh.
Well, it's never somebody doing well. It's always, it's like, do you think you had a breakout year?
No.
With your, I'm self-published on Amazon. It's like, congratulations.
Dude, I just had a realization. Okay, so I had a thing with a guy and it ended recently.
Okay.
And the day it ended, I was like, I didn't know why I was singing the song, but I was like, it's like a breath. I want to take you there. I think it's because I'm associating it with a fail. And so I've been singing that song anytime I think of that person.
Yes.
And now that's hilarious. That's so funny.
Yes. Where
Oh
you
my
don't
God.
realize why you're singing something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
oh.
I'm a failure.
It was a fail. It was a fail.
Well, every relationship fail is a personal success.
It is.
Okay, that's a vote for you.
Because
at
it's
that.
a door opening.
Yeah.
So you
your
don't have a
career.
loser in your life anymore.
That's true.
Was he a loser?
No.
Yeah. Were you the loser?
Yeah.
Probably.
What can you do? What can you do?
Probably. No, we're both winners, I would say.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Sometimes the timing's not there.
Timing wasn't right.
Right.
As someone who's getting married at 38, I remember like growing up and being like, when I was younger, I would be like, I'm not going to get married early. I'm not going to get married till I'm 29.
Right.
When I'm like in high school, and now I'm like, I'm at the door of 40, and I have 1 year left to try to conceive a child who doesn't have a severe disability. And so you got time. You got time.
You got plenty of time.
Okay.
I got married at 38.
I know. I remember your joke. I was telling that to Mike, where you were like, I'm just telling people it's my second marriage.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I'm on that trajectory and I'm totally fine with it. I'm over just like meeting so many people who are just like who are just like dating casually. I'm like, does
Oh.
New York's
nobody?
got to be a hellscape,
It
right?
really is.
Of non-committal people.
But like everywhere, even the one, but I guess they're having guys who wanted to commit, but then they're just fucking insane.
The ones that
Yeah.
are diehard want to commit and settle down and have a baby, I suspect are borderline abusive.
Yeah. You're like, they also are anti-abortion.
Yeah.
You're like,
They're
oh,
just-
the
God.
traditional man.
I don't know. You just can't win. But I'm glad. I honestly feel like really good being single.
It's
That's
good.
the thing.
Do you
It's
have like single pastimes that you do? Do you have any single?
I guess
like,
read books.
Oh,
I've been
That's unusual.
reading a book will really pass the time.
I freaking love. I'm on a reading
Also-
kick right now.
Yeah.
I'm reading a book. Can I share?
Yes.
I'm reading this book that's set in the 1870s. Okay.
Okay.
It's called The Crimson Petal and the White. It is like Bridgerton, but with prostitution.
Ooh.
It's very filthy and nasty, and it's old timey. So I'm like, am I reading porn right now? Like, it's
Maybe.
so delightful, but it's
Wow.
like poetry. So I'm like, I think I'm learning.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I
No,
love
that's great.
like one of my favorite things to do if I have like if my fiance's like gone out of town or something, I'm like take myself to Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Like just hang out in there and then get a coffee, read.
read.
It's such a
They won't kick you out.
I'm not paying for this.
No,
I'm sampling.
not at all.
What are you reading right now?
I think right now I'm reading the Helena Ferrante series, and it's called, what is it called? Napoli.
Nepali. Okay.
I think
What's it
that's
about?
Naples.
I know. I
and
never know what I'm reading.
Italian. It's about these like a friendship of two girls in the 1950s in Naples.
Love it.
And it's like it basically is just about like how people are very complicated and their friendship over time. It starts when they're little and then grows.
It's not My
until
Brilliant
they're-
Friend, is it?
Oh yes, My Brilliant
That's what
Friend.
it is.
Yeah.
My Brilliant Friend.
Yeah.
You like it?
I like it.
I started watching it on HBO, and I was
Is it
like,
a series?
it's a series
Oh,
on
really?
HBO, but it's so boring. It's like apparently someone was telling Mike it was like the best show. He's like, we got to watch it. I'm like, I don't have time for this. It's like, she stole my doll. You know, it's like just, it's too dramatic and long.
It's the first book took me forever to get through, and then the second book was great. But also, I started appreciating her writing. Like, she's one of the best writers I've ever. Like,
Isn't
it's
that an impressive
beautiful
skill set.
Oh my
Like
God.
So
sometimes you're
impressive.
like, I think I can write a book, and then you start writing it, and then you read it, and you're like, well, I use the word really a lot.
I know. I use just in every sentence.
Oh my God. And one of the reasons why I started reading, because I was like, I just need to get off Instagram. It's melting my brain. And I feel like reading does help me write stand up so much better.
Absolutely.
But even when I'm writing stand up, I'm like, I can't write a better sentence than this. Like, Jesus Christ.
I know. You're like, a book. And then you're like, oh, I could never do this.
Yeah. I'm
yeah,
like,
writing prose. Is
Oh
that
my
what you
God.
call it?
oh, what's a prose?
I don't know what
I don't
prose
know.
is, but I think
A
it's like
fancy
poetry,
paragraph?
kind of. Yeah.
Just a flow of words.
Just a flow of words.
A flow of words. Yeah.
I know. I feel like I can't write a book, but I'd be good at a book signing. Like, hi, do you want a photo?
Yeah.
Or reading my book out loud.
Oh, reading
You're good at
it.
the attention
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Also, how fun to say that you've got a book deal.
Yeah.
I've
got a
always
book
wanted to
deal.
say I have a book deal.
Yeah. That
So-
would be big.
I worked with an author recently when I was working on my film. Thank you.
Whoa.
Still bringing it up. That's right. I was on a film. I can't tell people that I was in it without also mentioning that it was low budget. It was low budget. But
Indie
the
spirit.
Indie spirit. But so the woman that was the producer was like a celebrated author in Australia, and I read her book. It's called The Young Widow's Guide to Home Improvement, or The Young Widow's Book of Home Improvement, or something. It's one of the best. You know, you like interact with somebody and then you read their book, and I was like, oh my God, you're a genius.
Yeah.
It's about her. She's 30. It starts out, she's like 32. She's newly single. She meets this guy through friends. They fall in love. It turns out he has cancer. She knows he has cancer, but she doesn't know. She's like, well, he has cancer, whatever. It's kind of like some people have cancer. They get better. They're fine, whatever.
Yeah.
His cancer is pretty bad. And they fall in love. They get married. And he's like dead in 2 years. She goes from being single to being like madly in love to being a widow.
Right.
And it's about her grief and her kind of recovery. It's such a fucking good book.
Wow.
Check it out.
Wait, what was the name of it?
The
again?
Young Widow's Book of Home
Widows.
Improvement. Because she's like, also she's living in this house that's like kind of gotten decrepit, and she's like fixing up the house,
allegory,
and it's like
like
part
a
of her grieving process.
fixing
Oh my
up
God,
her-
it's so good.
Wow.
And it's a quick read too. I
like
don't usually
that.
ever read books like that because it's devastating.
Right.
I'm like,
true.
I need a little more slutty behavior
Right.
to
Some
get me through.
escapism, not like the Kite Runner or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, when I was thinking about that, I was like, I feel like I could relate to the book. I kind of feel, not that I have a widow or anything, but I kind of wish like all the guys I date, like respectfully, I wish they would die.
Right.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
get the glory.
Yeah, well, that, and then you never have to
Without
worry
the
about them
commitment.
again.
Right.
Because it's
Yeah.
like
They're dead.
But then, like, you're suspicious. It's like, what's she up to?
boyfriend.
You're
Yeah.
a Black Widow girlfriend. Yeah, especially if you date someone in comedy. It's like you need to be like dead.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but like also, I wouldn't want to kill them. I would just want them to like die on their own.
Right.
But like, I even saying that,
But you
I
just
feel
put, like,
really
some
bad. And I
Legos on
don't
their-
actually mean that universe. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you just want them to be away from you because.
Or like move to Europe. Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
yeah.
but
Are you
like a
dating
bad
in the
part,
scene?
like Bolivia or
No.
something.
You don't date in the scene.
No.
Good.
No, me
But
neither.
I've always dated in the scene, but then I leave.
Well, it's hard to date normal people as a comedian because then you're like dating a lawyer and then they're like, you're not free tonight?
Yeah.
You're like, what are you talking about?
And I'm out every night.
I guess I lied completely. And
Yeah, understandable.
I lied completely. But the thing is, I don't date a lot. I do a mix. I honestly would prefer to date a comedian because like, or maybe like an actor or someone in the entertainment
Adjacent.
someone
Yeah.
who like understands it. Because dating all these people, these guys who like aren't even in the entertainment business at all. They're just so stupid, and it's a turn off to
They're like,
explain comedy to
have
them.
you ever tried when they're like, you should get on SNL, kind of like what your parents or like, I've done stand up before.
Giving
And
you
so they like
so
realize,
I went on a date with a guy once who I thought was an ad guy. I thought he was in marketing. And then he revealed to me over the course of the date that he had done stand up. He'd done some bringers, and then it like became clear that he thought that he was also a comic, and he had done like 4 shows or something.
Oh God,
it was crazy. It was like,
horrible.
well, I'm a comic too, and I was like, I have to go.
Yeah,
he was also getting absolutely shit faced, which didn't help.
Dude, they always get absolutely shit faced, and then they tell you they've always wanted to be a comedian, and you're like,
This is a red flag.
This is done.
This is a red flag.
Well, sometimes this is the thing that I've been finding out lately. Like whenever I worked temp or worked in like corporate, people find out you do stand up in that world, and then they're like, "Oh, my wife does stand up," and then you just find out she did a stand up bit for their holiday party once, and so they get to call themselves a stand up. So then
crazy.
I always feel like you just always slightly get insulted.
Always.
Yes. It's never worth bringing it up. It's never worth bringing it up.
Never.
I'm like,
yeah.
I rescue dogs. That's my identity.
Right.
Dude,
so are you sad all the time?
Yeah.
Aren't you guys
Are you
depressed
mentally
all the
ill?
time?
Yeah. You're like, yes, I am.
No
in
more
fact.
than office workers.
Dude, I went to the ENT because I have tinnitus.
Yeah.
And I thought it was relevant to tell him I do comedy because of crowds, sound, noise.
Okay.
And I tell him this, and he was like, "You don't seem like you're a comedian. You don't seem funny." And I'm like,
my God.
I don't seem funny. I have ringing in my ears.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not in like a goofy
I'm not
mood.
I'm not on the
wacky.
clock. I'm not on the freaking clock.
Yeah.
So wait, what's going on with the tinnitus? I've never heard of a young person having this
sudden
issue.
onset. We don't know. It's getting better though. And it's not. I got an MRI.
TMJ?
Are you clenching?
I guess I'm clenching, but
Because sometimes I think it's like a thing that just needs to get adjusted.
You think maybe? Yeah, maybe I should get like Botox here and see.
Sometimes
maybe you should get a facelift.
Yeah.
That might help. Maybe you should get a full nose job. I don't know. I'm just saying that's what I would look into. Because I actually have so much. I started doing the gua sha, which I wish I could have any type of semblance. I'm like, I'm lucky to be washing my face every day.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do the daily laser. I'm like, oh, you think I'm going to put a laser all over my face
Every day?
I don't have fucking time for that. But when I was doing the gua sha, I started to realize, especially from doing stand-up and doing all this like performance where it's like, I don't actually need to be as big as I am, but I'm insane. So I'm just like, every photo of me is like,
Yeah.
But I have so much tension in my like masseter, this like masseter muscle or whatever it is where you masticate. It's like, it's so strong. And I've started getting scalp massage, and it's like my scalp muscles. I'm like having knots on my head from like so much. Have you ever gotten a scalp massage?
I haven't, but I used to get Botox for tension headaches. Okay. And it actually helped a lot. And so I get the Botox in my jaw. I haven't gotten it in like a year or something. So maybe that's why.
Did it stop did it stop when you got it, or it started when you got it?
I think it's.
I'm not a doctor.
Oh no, I was like, what happened? No, the tension headache stopped once I started getting the Botox.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten it in a year, so maybe that's why I have tinnitus. I don't know, but I don't have like any hearing loss or anything, and or
sometimes,
tumors or anything.
Do you think anxiety?
Stress does make it worse. And I have been going to acupuncture, and that's been helping a lot.
Oh, that's great.
Acupuncture. Tell us. Do you recommend?
I do recommend, especially for tinnitus, but my ENT said the only other thing you could do is acupuncture, but I'm also seeing like a fancy ENT. Apparently there's a fancy ENT that he just wasn't telling me about.
Is it the fancy comedy one? Because I've heard that people get like nodes. There's like a fancy comedy ENT because a lot of people, especially for comedy, if you don't have like understanding of the vocal mechanism, which I developed in college, $100,000 liberal arts degree. You can get like vocal nodes from like yelling, like people, comics that yell get it a lot.
Like Run On should have them.
He was, he had a great special.
I watched it. It's so funny.
Delightful, but yelling. Yeah,
he was
I can't
yelling.
give a compliment without criticizing someone. Ron on, he'll never watch this. Send him this clip.
But he will get Google alerts probably.
Ron on Hirschberg on this week's Lady Journey.
Oh.
He asked me if he could do the podcast, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, Ron on, are you on a lady journey?
Yeah.
He takes baths twice a day.
We will have him.
For effeminate men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we do have men on. We do have men on.
You do?
Yeah, because men do go on lady journeys.
Men
When
go on
we
lady
do consider
journeys.
Joe Rogan on lady journeys, like cold plunging is a lady journey.
He
That
is
is
a woman.
true.
He is actually a woman, I think.
Yeah.
He
It's like,
is
that's
a
why he's
trans
always-
woman.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, Joe Rogan is
I
a
consider
trans
him
woman.
one of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so go back to the acupuncture.
Oh, acupuncture. Yes, it's good. I don't know if I should. I can't. I'll tell you guys after because technically it's illegal. But
But I love illegal lady
I know,
journeys,
I
which
don't
we
want-
should cover.
I think it's like fraud or something.
the acupuncture?
But isn't
No.
all Eastern medicine?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that sounded.
So-
now that I put Eastern, now it's gone racial.
Yeah.
But acupuncture can be can be very expensive. Not when you do it like me, and I don't want to get
Right.
arrested.
Okay, so you're doing some kind
So
of
I'm
like an
gonna
underground
Korean.
Yes.
acupuncture. Okay, yeah.
Chinese.
Sarah just starts naming.
Well, like,
Underground.
I'm just finding out Korean hair salons in New York charge way less, and you can get amazing.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Deals are like stuff done.
Yeah.
That
And I
I'm
would-
like, I'm thinking I might go and check out some of these Korean hair salons.
Absolutely.
I would,
I think
too.
it's worth it. I think it's
Yeah.
worth it. Nanad's gone. A guy at Art Room Hair Spa. I tried to book in there. He's gone. So I'm looking for a new hair place.
Where do you
And I
get your
feel-
hair done? Because I always think you have great hair.
Oh, thank you. I'm just getting it back. It was all falling out because of the Ambien, but
That's a lady journey.
that's
Were you addicted to the Ambien?
I
This is
wasn't.
becoming an addiction episode. Like, well, first I'm on the Ambien. I got off Vyvanse. I'm on the Ambien now.
Okay, well, it all started. Okay, so my therapist, she prescribed me antidepressants. I didn't need them. They gave me insomnia.
These therapists out
I
there,
know, and
they're just willy nilly.
I know. And so she's like, oh, you take the Ambien, I'll give you Ambien. And I wasn't having any like weird side effects, but then my hair was falling out, but I didn't think it was like connected somehow.
Right, because I think that would be a big like. If your hair starts falling out, let me know.
Yeah.
Like you think,
Keep an eye out. No, they never tell you any of the side effects. They're like, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're like,
why am I
yeah.
shitting? My brain's out.
Yeah. And but then, okay, so then I stopped taking the Ambien. The hair's all good. But I get my hair cut just at a place in Williamsburg or in Greenpoint called Cotter Barber.
okay.
Okay.
And yeah, I go to them every time and they do a good job, and they don't you know when hairstylists have egos and they're like, I'm gonna change your life.
Yeah. You're like, please take a step back. It's like when a yoga teacher's like joking around. You're like,
what if we just
stay in your lane. Stay in your
They always want
lane.
to go short.
They always
like make you look like an exclamation point or something.
Yeah,
where
it's
you're
like a chili bowl. Yeah.
It's like, please do not get a big head right now. And they do a good job of like, keeping
like how do you
the
get your waves? Natural?
Okay,
Or
so-
are you what
Yes, tell us about the waves.
I want to do what you're doing.
Okay, I figured this out
I
myself
can only get it by
recently.
accident.
Okay, yeah, that used to be me. And then Chapel Roan taught me how to do my hair.
God bless her.
Yes.
Because I didn't realize, so I have fine hair.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
my whole life I was scrunching it and like it would just fall. But when it rained, it was beautiful. I'm like, what is it? Yes.
I'm the same boat.
So what you have to do is you let your hair dry naturally. I let my hair dry naturally and it's just like kind of sad. And then you wet it. You wet the ends. You don't wet the roots. You wet the
After
ends.
it dries naturally?
After it dries naturally.
Okay,
Get a spray
step
bottle.
2.
You wet it. You don't have to get it completely wet. Just like
Just
wet
the
it.
ends.
Just like I would say from here
mid
down.
cheek down.
Yes.
Okay.
Here down for the camera.
I'm gonna try this.
And then you have to get a softening. a conditioner, a leave-in conditioner.
Okay.
Okay.
This is key.
I worry
okay?
about the leave-in conditioners because I put product in my hair and it just goes stringy.
No, 100%.
Oh, I love the Way one. Is it Quay?
No.
OUAI.
No.
That's the one I use from Sephora.
That one could be good too. But I was also watching how Black women do their hair because I was like, I have to learn. And because I was like, who has curly hair? Black women. So I was like looking, and they're all talking about this leave-in conditioner.
Okay.
And Beyonce's one is good. That's the one they use.
Oh, what's
Okay.
it called? Do you know?
We'll Google it.
Beyonce's leave-in conditioner.
Beyonce's leave-in conditioner.
Google
and I'm
it.
sure,
You guys have to Google it.
I'm sure other ones work too, but it doesn't leave anything in your hair. And I don't even know how it works, but it also like holds. It like gives it something to hold on to. And then I just let it dry naturally.
Do you put it
from
on
there?
the leave-in up top? Just
No,
in the bottom?
Just on the
Scrunch
bottom,
it.
wherever it's wet.
Okay.
And then I let it dry. And then I brush it through. You would never think. And then I
Okay.
brush it through, and then it just like waves really well.
Okay, so to recap, you're washing your hair, you're letting it air dry.
Air
Then
dry.
wet cheek down.
Yeah.
Cheek down with a spray.
Spray.
Then you're doing the leave-in
Beyonce's
conditioner.
leave-in conditioner.
I think it's called a conditioning lotion.
Conditioning lotion.
Yeah,
Okay.
specifically.
Okay, and then
Dried.
you're letting it dry.
Letting it dry,
And then you're brushing.
Yes.
Amazing.
Okay, I'm gonna
Amazing.
try this.
Yes.
This is huge. You were kind of keeping it casual during the whole podcast, but the light that came on in your eyes.
I can't even-
This is what Lady Journey is all about. It's about sharing.
No, 100%. I've been going at this since I was like in 7th grade. I've been trying to crack this code.
Because one day you get it right and you didn't do anything specific. Yeah. And you're like, what did I do yesterday?
Yeah.
Like what
What did I do?
happened?
What
I
time did-
slept. I went to bed with wet hair, and I
What were
woke
my
up and I had the
sheet
best
counts?
hair of my life.
Yes.
and you
you
can't
know,
recreate.
This is why it always looks good when it rains, because
I have the same-
it's a weight thing, because we have
Yeah.
fine hair, and so it's slightly getting it wet, and then it's letting it curl naturally.
Yeah.
And it's not weighing it down.
Well, because I was thinking about this yesterday because I was like, 2 days ago when it rained when we did ads, and then I had to go in the subway, and then I was getting hot, and I was like, this is so funny to me. If I posted my process to get the hair that I like, is like to wash your hair, go into the rain, go onto 34th Street train station,
yeah.
get it nice and humid down there, and it'll kink up quite nicely.
Yeah, be pushed by a man.
It'll take 2 hours.
Buy a churro from a woman. Yeah. Yes, that's hilarious. You're like, and I'm ready. That's a great video.
Yeah, that's a great
new
bit.
content. I'm trying to come up with content, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
You'll see me do
Spoiler.
it tomorrow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, it's time for us to start wrapping up, sadly. But Elle, you were such an amazing guest.
I
I loved
know.
having you.
I'm
Thank
like,
you. I love being
I want to
here.
follow you. Will you tape your Vyvanse pot journeys?
Yes.
And where you
This
wake
is
up
your
in the middle,
series.
like I just picture you kind of like coming to in the
And it's
middle
dark
of like,
outside. Yeah. You're like, oh, yeah.
but
is your-
accomplishing so much because I never accomplished anything during.
I
some
accomplished
drug
a lot,
taking.
but it wasn't anything productive. I'd be like, I've color coded my socks, and I've made a craft out of trash.
Yeah.
But tell us where everyone can find you online if people want to keep in touch.
Oh, yes. So probably Instagram. At
Are you back at it?
You're back.
You're back, baby.
I'm back. I'm back, baby. Instagram _ Elle Orlando _ sorry. And you know what? Someone has Elle Orlando, and they're keeping it. And fuck them.
Somebody
But
has
I'm
Katie
sure-
Hannigan, and I've messaged them multiple times, and they will not relinquish
But
the
are
name.
you beating them in the SEO? Because that's all that matters.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
type
yeah,
your name in,
yeah.
you're the first one appearing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters. Yeah, on social media, that's where you can find me and stuff like that.
So thanks for joining us, Elle. And everybody, please, for the love of God, like and subscribe. Tell a friend. We have to get our numbers up. Because we're in trouble. We're in bad trouble.
people money.
This is a hostage
we
video.
we sports gamble.
Yeah. Help. Do what you
If you're
can.
watching this, please.
Please.
Call
Do
the
not
police.
Buy our totes. I owe a bookie
Yeah.
$10,000 because I betted on the Rose Bowl.
We bet it on something woman related. Lady Journey.
Lady Journey.